Hi and welcome to Online Appliance Tech. Today we're working on the Whirlpool Refrigerator model number WRB322DMB. If it starts with that, this will be your model. So what we have with this unit is a defrost problem. As you can see here, we have a lot of ice built up in the freezer. And I was called out on this job because the fresh food was not cooling, but the freezer was fine. So in this video, we're going to show you how to diagnose it through diagnostic mode and how to test to see if it's the main control board or if it's the component itself. So the first thing you want to do is press this slide housing back to undo. Unplug it. I'm just going to leave it on so you can see what's going on. Put the flathead in there and press upwards. Not that way, but upwards, and then the housing that holds the main control board will come undone. So you put the flathead in and you press in the upright position and you'll hear a click. So now it's undone, so you'll just pull it in a down angle and it'll just hang with the control harness itself. So if you have no experience using a multimeter and not comfortable dealing with electric or checking for voltage, I would just pass to the next section, which is the diagnostic mode, and that way you can just activate each component. So here I'm doing an electrical check. The white and the orange should be 120 volts when I activate the forced defrost. Here in a minute, I'll show you exactly how to do that. As you can see here on the diagram, this is the path. So when this is activated, you should have 120 volts output. If you do not have 120 volts output, that means it's your main control board, and that's why you have a defrost problem and your freezer has a big layer of ice on the back wall. So say this is not your problem and your refrigerator is not cooling at all. Don't worry, in the next part in the video or the next couple of sections, we'll show you how to place this in diagnostic mode to turn on the compressor, also how to check power output, and so forth. That way you'll know if it's the main control board or the relay itself or the compressor. So let's activate the diagnostic mode. As you'll see here, I'll use a piece of tape to hold one of the light switches down, and then I will hold the other one with my hand when I'm ready to test. So there's a piece of tape. So I'll hold the light switch down and the refrigerator negative 3 times, 1, 2, 3. Then I'll let go of the light switch. FD will appear and I hit it down one more time on the refrigerator negative. So let's go over it again. Both light switches are closed. I'll go 1, 2, 3. Then I'll let go of the left light switch, or whichever one you didn't tape. Then FD will appear. When FD appears, you'll hit the refrigerator negative one more time, and that right here, and that will put it into short defrost. So right now we should get 120 volts output from the main board. If we don't, that means we have a bad main board, which this is the case for this fridge. So to deactivate diagnostic mode, you just hold the light switch down for 3 seconds and then let go, and then it'll reset itself. So now let's check the compressor. So say if your unit is not cooling whatsoever and you understand how to use a multimeter. Like I said from the beginning, if you're not comfortable with doing live voltage checks, just pass this part and go straight to the diagnostic mode of activating the compressor. So the blue and the white wire, you should receive 120 volts output once we place this in diagnostic mode. If you do not get the 120 volts, that means your main control board is bad. If you do receive the 120 volts, that means you either got a bad compressor or more than likely a bad relay. So now let's connect our multimeter to your blue and white wire, and then I'll show you how to activate the diagnostic, or I would say the service test mode. So it's connected, my blue and white, and here is service test mode. So you want to put your multimeter blue and white. You'll hold the light switch down. This time you'll hit positive 3 times up, let go of the light switch, and then you'll be in service test mode. At the end of the video, I'll put more about all these tests and sections, or I would say sequence. So you'll press up 1 on the left, and then you'll press your refrigerator positive. So O means on, F means off. So if I put on, as you can see here, I'm getting my 120 volts. So that tells me my main board is good, which wasn't even the problem with this unit. I just wanted to show you as an example. Hold this down for 3 seconds and let go, and then the unit will turn back on. Let's go over it one more time slower. So you hold both light switches down and then you'll press the refrigerator positive 3 times as you hold the switches down. Then you'll let go of the light switch. At this time, SE will appear. To activate service test mode, you'll hit the refrigerator positive one more time. Now you're in service test mode 1.4, so now you'll hit the freezer positive once to go to compressor test mode. So 2.4 is compressor test mode. Here is the information about this test. I will leave at the end of the video all the test modes and what they mean, so you can kind of take a screenshot even if you need it to go over it better. Press positive freezer up again and once more to move to the next test. I think there are like up to 8 tests for this unit. So I do know I'm getting 120 volts, so now we're going to unplug the unit because we're going to do a continuity check for the defrost. So say if you did get 120 volts to your defrost heater, we're going to do a continuity check for the heater itself to see if it's a heater. Okay, so right here we have our neutral line, and as you can see, neutral is the white line, and then we have our defrost, which is the orange. So we have our white and our orange. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm checking for continuity. So if you follow the orange line on the schematic, or you could say follow the yellow brick road, if we keep on working our way up, it goes exactly to the defrost heater. So this heater should read around 29 ohms. So if we keep on following the path, it connects to your neutral, which is L2N on the main control board. So the only load in this path is the defrost heater, which, like I said, 29 ohms. If it reads open line, that means it's a bad defrost heater, and that's your problem. Okay. So right here we have the defrost thermostat. So how this works is when it's cold enough, it'll close. So if your freezer is frozen with ice, this thing should be closed. So it's your brown, and we'll follow the path up, connect your neutral, heater's good, so there's 29 ohms there, so we should have around 29. So that means the thing should be closed with all the ice. If it reads open with all that ice at the bottom, that means you probably have a bad thermostat. So just open and close. So at this point you should have figured out what your problem was. I hope this video helped you, and just reconnect all your harnesses and clip everything back into place until you get the part that you need. And then the next part of the video, I'm going to leave each part of each test mode, the 1 through 6s, which is the only ones I would recommend going through. So here's the first one, test mode 1.6, and I will show you exactly what it means. So test mode 1 is a defrost thermostat or a defrost circuit test. There's test 2, compressor, and then test 3 is the evaporator fan test. It's a good test if you have no airflow. Test 4 is fresh food thermistor, and test 5 is a freezer thermistor test, and then test 6 is the open and damper close test. So you can just pause it and go over what you need. And I hope this video was helpful, and have any questions, just leave in the comments below. And please like and subscribe for more future tips videos. Thank you.